We will go Scroggins will start Thursday, Campbell, and then Connor Nolan, game 3.
So I guess Scroggins is okay.
Yeah, he's good. He just, I don't know what he did. Maybe just tweaked it, scared himself a little bit. It's early. A lot of times this happens, but he's good to go. He's the guy that we've thought we might be able to start a little bit or use him long, use him at the end of the game. So we figure we're probably going to use 3 different guys in the game anyway, 3 different pitchers on Thursday, so we're going to give him a start.
Big takeaway from the weekend, now hitting the road, what would you say?
Well, I feel like that our approach at the plate was pretty good. Really, the first day it was outstanding for the most part. Game 2, struck out a few times. Game 1, we didn't strike out at all, which I was excited to see. Guys made some good adjustments. Just at the fact that we have, a couple, 3 guys on the bench that when I gave them a start, I thought they did a good job, a little bit of depth there. And then probably a couple of freshman pitchers did a really nice job for us, whether they started or came in relief, which was really good to see because we're going to need those guys.
Is Kevin Kopp still working his way back?
Yeah, Kevin will be ready, should be ready to pitch this week. He pitched pretty well early in spring practice. Had a little bit of a setback in our opinion, just some soreness that we didn't like. He didn't like it obviously, and skipped him last week. He threw a really good bullpen the other day, and he should be good to go this week.
Fletcher went to California last year, and y'all felt like maybe he put too much pressure, maybe tried to pull. Have you talked to him about the approach this week?
Yeah, mentioned it a couple of times. He did. He wanted to do so well in front of the probably home crowd and a lot of family, and probably a lot of the guys he knew, a lot of the guys that were playing. And I just feel like that he learned from that. Hopefully he'll have a good weekend. Didn't have to do anything great, just be himself and do what he does, which is play great defense and hopefully get a couple of big hits for us and help us win some games. So hopefully last year was last year, and now he's grown up and he's over that.
Look for any spots to get Washington in.
He's still a utility guy for us. I mean, obviously that was a really big hit the other day, and a nice job the previous at bat taking a walk on the bunt attempts and not going out of the zone there. He's going to play all 3 outfield positions. He could probably play third base for us if we needed him to, but I think he's going to be more of an off the bench type guy for a while. But as time goes on, he might get in the lineup a little bit.
The job that Nesbitt's done, because he had a good fall and carrying that over at least through one weekend for you.
Yeah, I mean, he got a couple of really big hits in game 1 and game 2 that helped us build up some leads and probably saved our bullpen, to be honest with you. It kept some guys from getting hot because the game was close, and we needed those guys on Sunday in game 3. But played really good defense, got some big hits, laid down a couple of nice bunts, and a really good start for Jacob.
What do you know about Southern Cal?
Well, I feel like unless they change the rotation, they'll throw 2 righties and a lefty at us, but they've also got 7 more lefties in that bullpen they can use. They've got 5 or 6 of the same hitters, a couple, 3 of the same starting pitchers. They lost one for sure, and they kind of fluctuated with another one. But I'll tell you, they're a West Coast team. They have a lot of good players. It's hard to tell, how they are after playing one weekend. Same with us. And I think for both teams, I would imagine they feel the same as us, that this will be a weekend to kind of tell where we're at.
Is it good to get out on the road week 2 to kind of tell a little bit?
Yeah, I think actually getting to go on the road a little bit in the fall for that one game helped a little bit. I don't know if it's going to make a difference in this series, but we're going to travel. A little bit tougher travel than we've had in the past, where we're going to bust to Tulsa in the morning, catch a plane, head to Dallas to LA, instead of just a straight charter like we do in conference play. So the travel will be, not extremely tough, but it's not as easy as it normally is when we go this far away. So I think it'll be good for the team in the hotel, practice on somebody else's field the night before the first ball game, just kind of get a feel for what it's like to go on a good conference trip.
Dave, your overall take from Campbell, Nolan, and Kostichak as the starters last weekend?
Well, I mean, individually, I thought they all did a pretty good job, and they gave us quality innings. Overall, I thought it was really good if you look at the numbers. and you break them down. Really, if you take away the last inning that Campbell threw, because he had a no-hitter going in, I think, to the 5th inning. And, you know, the thing with Connor, I mean, Connor made a couple of pitches that, you know, bad pitches on 0-2 counts. He gave up 2 singles 0-2 and gave up the pop-up that we felt like he was lucky that he got away with that. But he's learning from that. And then, you know, Costi threw well. Didn't strike out as many as we thought he might, or he probably thought he would. But I like the fact that he battled back. You know, he was behind the count a lot, 3-1, 2-0, and then came back and got hitters. I'd like to see him get ahead a little bit more.
I know Campbell got into the 80s and you got Connor at 74. So when did the pitch counts go up to this way?
Maybe just a little bit more. I mean, when you think about it, you know, if you start 90 to 100 is all we let them throw usually during the year, unless it's an easy 90 to 100 and it's a little warmer. It really just depends on, are they working out of the stretch, they in jams all the time and getting out of them, being able to stay in the game. But, you know, probably 75, 85, somewhere in there, probably 80, 85.
What's your optimal usage for Costi shot? A couple innings in game 2 or 3 maybe?
Yeah, we're going to, you know, what did he throw the other day? 4 innings, something like that, 4 plus. Probably not going to see him throw on Thursday, but Friday or Saturday. Just bring him in when we need him, and, you know, just try to win every game. Look at it, see how the game's going, and you know, bottom line, we want to win the series, but we're going to try to win every game. So we just try to play it smart and use them at the right time, and we just feel like a lot of these guys are versatile. They, you know, you think about Kostichak, he works out of the stretch the whole time, so they're familiar with that and see how they handle it.
Is the Marine layer a thing at USC?
Yeah, it's everywhere, pretty much down that way. It's just that during the day the ball carries a lot better than it does at night. At night you have to get into it pretty good. You have to drive it. If you backspin a ball that normally might just really carry on a normal time of the day in the afternoon, it's probably not going to go out of the park.
Do you feel like this team's a little bit better suited to handle that this year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, last year's team, we didn't do a whole lot. We kind of sat and hit and tried to hit some home runs. This year's team, we're going to definitely move the ball around and do what we have to do to try to score runs. And probably plays into more of what West Coast baseball is. I'm sure that's what USC does. They run people around. They're going to hit and run, and it'll be a good series.
Does playing in California help any from like a recruiting aspect at all? Or?
A little bit. Yeah, there'll be some California kids that we're on. Probably be at the ball games, and you know, to be able to say we go out there every now and then, I think is a good thing. And we're recruiting kids from California right now. There, you know, 4 or 5 of them, you know, from all different ages. So at least they, you know, it's good for our presence to be seen out there.
Ezel gave you just about what you expected out of him. Ezel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's that's pretty much what we've seen, you know, since he started hitting live pitching a few weeks ago in our scrimmages. It's the tough out. We'll take some pitches, we'll get deep into counts a lot of times, and that's what he did throughout his career at SEMO, and we needed that. We needed that mature approach in the middle of our order, and he did a great job. All right.
Safe travels, man. Thank you.